Hello, everybody. Not exactly my standard energy level given to the hello, everybody, today. Explain a little bit about what's going on. Uh, I had to miss work today because I thought I had pink eye, which is something you run the risk of when you work with elementary school children. Thankfully, that actually worked out okay. And then I just need to get better about switching up my contacts and not scratching my eyes so much and taking a little bit better care of myself, which is a whole nother thing, not even worth making a video on. There was drive-by shooting in my little valley here, and I didn't know anyone really affected by it. Um, it's just really hit me because it was on like a main street of town that I grew up nearest. I say nearest because I grew up in a farming area, but the town where I went to high school, the main strips that was, and it's going to sound cliche, it was all fields when I was a kid. It really was. Anyway, it's now the main hub for shopping and retail in my little area here, and somebody got popped. I don't know if it was a gang member or there's a lot we don't know how it's playing out. But this is my town. So the topper on the day was my son Wyatt, who's about to turn 20, came and gave me this and said, "Dad, I have some baseball cards for you." And these were cards I gave him. And it kind of just added to my bummed outness, I guess, today. And I thought about, like I didn't need to make this video. I could have just looked through this and saw if there's anything salvageable, and not just been a big bummer and brought everybody down. But I feel like there's enough people subscribed to this channel, and I would like there to be some kind of lesson in this. I might have to pause this if I get too emotional. So, about 10 years ago, when Wyatt was 10, he's about 20 now, about to be 20, he started taking an interest in baseball a little bit. And that got me really excited because all I wanted was someone to share the sport I love with. And at that time, I also had another son he's about 12, Nick, who's about 22 now. And they started watching a couple innings of a game with me and started asking questions about baseball cards. So I started just giving them duplicates and extras and stuff I thought that they thought would be fun. And we even survived one Christmas season with them still being interested. And they got some cheap packs. It was like opening day or something. And I still remember how excited they were to get them. And they just ripped right through them. And, of course, they were in a big pile on the floor like everything else. And anyway, as quick as they started showing interest in this type of thing, in baseball and baseball cards, they stopped showing interest. They just outgrew it, or they went on to other things. The oldest, he's really into Pokemon. He doesn't really have cards as much as he used to, but he plays the game rather aggressively. He's sort of taken a little bit of a sabbatical to go through college. But anyway, that's his thing. And Wyatt, who gave me this, who, like I said, is 20 now, for all intents and purposes, he's a musician, and he's just really into music, and that's his thing. And everyone should have their own thing. And I guess that's the point of the video is, for a long time, I tried to make it so my kids had my childhood. And even when the oldest got to be school age, we rented a trailer in a part of the county where he could go to the same elementary school I went to, because I thought this is a great elementary school and he should go here. And that's just one example. There was other things, and these cards and loving baseball and sports. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is, let your kids, if you have younger kids, let them live their own childhood. If they're huge into Fortnite, learn about Fortnite and play it with them, for crying out loud. Anything, Pokemon, anything. And I complain about how there's no one in this house to watch baseball with. But they could just as easily complain that there's no one that shares their interest. So that's a failing on me. And if you have young kids, don't make the same mistake. Let them do their thing. Let them have their lives. I'll survive not having baseball buddies. Maybe a grandkid, who knows? But you know what? That's going to happen totally organically. I'm not going to push anything on anybody. Someone's going to have a grandpa that loves baseball, and if they want to spend time with grandpa, then they'll watch games with me and go to games with me. If not, then they'll be doing their own thing, and that's a great, great thing. So I have 3 kids. Nicholas, like I said, is almost 22. Wyatt, who gave me this, he's almost 20. And my daughter's about to turn 16, Jessica. And anybody would be proud to have them as kids. So now that I somehow got through that, and I don't know how I did, and if you're still there, I thought we'd look through this. I'm not usually this vulnerable, on YouTube or whatever, but like I said, it's been a long day. And if you can just take a little piece of what I said and use it as practical advice, please do that, because I think I'm smart enough at least to know what I did wrong, at least that. So with that being said, okay, we're done with the mushy stuff. So I don't really know what's in here. Everything's got to be about 10 years old or older, and it's probably going to be in rough shape. I already see a card that's bent here. Most of it's going to be garbage, but sort of like a fun PSA 2 worthy repack. And I really don't know. I expected to be a lot of Mariners, because I would just sort of give him duplicates of Mariners stuff. And a lot of this stuff is pretty rough. Harold Reynolds, Henry Cotto, Greg Briley. There's one behind here. Omar. There may be like some Edgars and Ichiros and stuff like that. Here we go. Some non-Mariners. V-Mart. Bobby Jenks. Clay Buchholz. Drew Pomerantz. Miguel Olivo. Ubaldo Jimenez. Another Ubaldo. I think they like saying his name for some reason. Soria. Willie Bloomquist. That's got a monster crease. These are great. Willie Horton. That one's got a big old... These are great. If I came across like a Trout rookie, I would just crap my pants. I would be hard to imagine me floating on because Trout was a big name, when he was a prospect. There's a numbered. Oh, those numbered? No. Opening day blue or whatever. Frank Thomas is pretty cool. Anyway, I guess I was saying Trout was a huge prospect, so I don't think I would float on something like that just on the chance that it would become valuable. As I'm going through these, I even remember Wyatt having his own money and buying a couple packs with his own money. So I don't. Sid Bream, we could TTM these. I'm not gonna, but C.J. Wilson. There's a Nolan Ryan. Cliff Lee, Superstar Celebrations. Did he throw a no-hitter or something? I don't remember that. Lee hurls Rangers to first postseason. Oh, okay. Postseason berth. Josh Hamilton. I'm trying to remember who they liked. I mean, I think they just wanted to like Mariners and stuff, kind of like me. They were really amused when they came across somebody with like a funny name, Willie Mopena. Things like that. I always love these action pack cards. I have about 10 or 12 of these signed by different players. Have Bobby Dorr. I have a bunch of people. Trot Nixon. There's David Ortiz. That one might actually be mint in the Saltalamacchia. Does he have them by team? I haven't really been paying attention. Lottos. Here's our Lottos section. Apparently I didn't train him right. That was upside down. Now it's right. I don't know if I'm going to upload this video or not. Like I said, I hope just... I don't know. There's enough people watching videos now. I feel like it's okay to let you guys know about my personal life. Hey, there's an autograph. Ricky Jordan. Yeah, I floated him a couple extra TTMs every once in a while. Doubles. Ibanez was, when he was a Mariner in Philly, was absolutely one of my favorite players, and I have hundreds of his cards that are not duplicates. I have most every base and parallel and numbered card I could get, and so that's probably why they wanted that one. We got a gold sparkle coming up. Neil Walker. I'm checking these to see if any of these are the update series. But like I was saying, I just feel like you can get to know me personally a little bit now, and you hear me and watch me make enough videos that it's okay to get to know the people behind the camera, behind the phone. That's not going to stay up. Why am I trying to make it stay up with that when I can just do this? So this is Joey Cora press proof. Let's see. First 2000 printed. Oh my. Print run of 2000. Well, here's the Ichiro section. Two of them. Alvin Davis, 84 tops traded. That's pretty rough shape. Another auto. Matt Young. Hey, this is better than a Fairfield. We got 2 autos. 2 hits. Hanley Ramirez. Boy, that thing's rough. That is rough. Mike Schooler. Another Ichiro. Sean Figgins. Greg Holman. It's a big old Mariners stack. Ole. Sean West. Mike Stanton. Or Giancarlo if you prefer. There's an insert. Brett Sinkbile. I don't remember you. All right, we're just going to get through this. Well, there's gold. That one's not coming back as a 10. That's great. That's great. Reyes ignites Mets to a Game 7. Postseason highlights. Number to 2006. Oh boy, you can see the creasing there. Whoa, Nelly. Eddy. Hey, didn't Eddy make that catch up against the wall in Game 7? Look at that, back to back. Unless I have my years wrong, but I don't think I do. Yeah, NLCS. Yeah, that's right. Look at that. I'd like to think he did that on purpose, but I know he didn't. Ryan Zimmerman, Strasburg. Look at that. Back-to-back 2019 World Champions. National Pride, Mike Nikias. I remember why I like this card because his brother's first name was part of this guy's last name. And these are ripe for autographs too. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's kind of a lot of wasted space there. Nick Johnson, remember him? He could not stay on the field. Oh, pardon me. George Sisler, I don't know if this is like a... Oh, it's one of these throwback cards. Or Vintage Legends. Koji Uehara, Brandon Snyder, Boog Powell, Eddie Murray, another Vintage Legends. Mark Hendrickson, I gave him that because this guy's from my little valley here and was two-sport star. Played in the NBA and, well, athlete anyway. Played in the NBA and Major League Baseball. Bob Gibson, Bob Frosch, Daniel Descalso, Armis Ramirez, Brohammer, Banks, Fergie, Brandon Webb, Ian Kennedy, Connor Jackson, Stephen Drew. Yeah. Anyway, please comment on this video. Let me know if I maybe shouldn't have even made it. I don't know. I know if I turn on a video and some guy starts balling his head off, I don't know that I'm watching the whole thing. This Ardsma, I almost like the ones that are... So we got a corner crease here, and then it looks like maybe my little Chihuahua Zora got a hold of it or something. See all the claw marks or whatever. These are really nice, the Ultra Gold medallions with the die-cut corner. They're not numbered, but I always like getting these, and they're pretty good for autographs when they're not bent in half to start with. Okay, here's the roughest one of the bunch. This, oh, I know why. It's a box bottom, and it was probably cut out too big. And it got smashed when it was put in here. But, oh, that was a great shot. I thought it was going to go flying off into the background. Get out of here. There. Oh, then I knocked over my other holders. Boy, is today a winner. So there's no hidden gems in here. And, I mean, other than the autographs, those are cool. Probably just as well since they're just all smashed up. But I thought it'd be fun to go through this. There's a Ricky. And they've heard me talk about my Ricky Henderson obsession many times. Obsession. And they've seen the old pictures of me with T-shirts and birthday cakes and posters and just everything. Ricky Henderson, he was my guy. Spot the error. I don't remember ever seeing these. Oh, it's like you compare pictures and then okay, we're going to do this. Oh, I already found it. There's a football player sitting here. Maybe it's Jim Brown. It looks like it could be Jim Brown. Yeah. Oh, that was quick. I do not remember these 2011 tops. That was pretty cool for a kid or something might take, I would hope it would take a 10-year-old a little longer than that. Wagner, who I really like. I might actually, this one's in good shape, and I really like Billy Wagner, so this one I'm keeping. Yeah, pretty good shape. The rest of these, I don't know what I'm going to really do with them. Even if they had, resale value beyond what shipping costs are, this condition is just sketchy. This one's in a top loader that's all folded over. Pujols. They liked Pujols because his name was easy to remember, and I let them say Pujols so they could remember the name, and they just thought that was awesome. So that's probably the only current player that they even know, honestly. And that's only because he's been around forever. Here's an insert, Jared Weaver. Here's some inserts. Larkin Asdrubal Cabrera, Aparicio Castro. These are all smashed up. Vladimir. There's a Pujols. McGuire Davis. Midway Masters. Elvis Andrews. Ian Kinsler. Forget how long some players have pitched or have been around. Felix. These are, wow. I want to say he got these this way from somewhere. But they were Baseball's Best. I think these are from a magazine. Yeah. 1989 Baseball Card Magazine. And I think when whoever originally got these, it did have a white border on them. Because you can tell from the back, see how they're like the numbers truncated right here or cut off. And they just don't look right. They're smaller than standard cards. So somebody had trimmed these. I don't think that my kids did. But I must have got them and then given them to them. Texas Heat, Ryan Scott Johnson. This is Howard Johnson. Will Nushler Clark. Tony Gwynn. Kind of interesting. Kind of plain, but they look nice still. We got a few things in top loaders back here. What's going on here? So there's a Babe Ruth, 1927. Upper deck card of some kind. No, I don't know what it's out of. The Bat collection, Cooperstown collection. Anyway, another auto. And holy crap, the last card in here. This is pretty cool. Now, there's one other oversized Ichiro thing I'll show you in a minute. This is going to be pretty rough. You know, if this was like a card that was mint or something, it might still hold some value. But you can see that corner, and the others are like okay. But it's cool to get something on one of the last cards that's actually like, hey, that's kind of cool. And I'll throw this in my rookie card collection, and it'll just be a good memory of Wyatt's collection here that he tried to get to him, and he passed back to me. And we got the Danny Darwin. We got 3 autos from that. These were all cards I had given to him. So here's what we're going to do. I'll figure out how to get rid of all this other stuff. And these will go in the December giveaway stack with the Whit Merrifield that I put yesterday. And I just realized my camera's been creeping up the whole time. And hopefully, like, those were actually on camera. Let's just do this. We're almost done here anyway. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Sorry it got so serious there, but I think that needed to be said, especially before I went through this, for context, and learn from people that have done what you're doing. And when an old man like me, I'm 45, raised 3 awesome kids, gives you advice, then at least listen to it and consider it. And tune in all month, watch this stack grow, and we'll have a decent December giveaway, even if I don't really add to it. We got a good start. So that's it for now. I promised next time we'll have the regular greeting and a little more energy and smiling faces and that kind of thing. So until then, we'll see you later.